Could one controversial booking decision really shake an entire music festival to its financial and cultural core? That's exactly the storm unfolding right now after Wireless Festival made headlines for announcing Kanye West, now known as Ye, as the official headliner for all 3 nights of its massive July event in London, and what was supposed to be a bold, buzzworthy move has quickly spiraled into a full-blown crisis involving corporate withdrawals, political backlash, and a growing debate over celebrity accountability in the modern entertainment industry. Once celebrated as a groundbreaking artist, trendsetter, and fashion mogul, Ye has spent years reshaping his legacy, not just through music but through controversy, with a series of anti-Semitic remarks and actions that have sparked outrage worldwide, including a highly criticized 2025 track titled Heil Hitler.
I'm sure you've seen, you're very active across social media. Kanye West, or Ye, has released a new song titled Heil Hitler.
And reports of swastika-themed merchandise being sold through his fashion platforms. While Ye has attempted to repair the damage, most notably through a public apology published in the Wall Street Journal, many critics argue that repeated apologies without meaningful change have only deepened the skepticism surrounding him.
Wouldn't glorify Hitler? Yes. In a free society, do we have to tolerate imbeciles? Yes. And so, from my perspective, I support the right of him to...
Making Wireless Festival's decision to place him front and center feel less like a comeback moment and more like a high-stakes gamble in an era where public perception can make or break entire brands overnight. Almost immediately after the announcement, the backlash was swift and intense, as fans, advocacy groups, and public figures began questioning not just Ye's inclusion, but what it says about the values of the festival itself. And it didn't take long for major sponsors to take decisive action, with Diageo, the global drinks giant behind iconic brands like Johnnie Walker and Captain Morgan, confirming that it would no longer sponsor the 2026 event as it stands. A carefully worded but powerful statement that signals just how seriously corporations are now treating brand alignment and reputational risk, especially in a climate where consumer trust is fragile and social media outrage can escalate within hours. Soon after, Pepsi reportedly followed suit, stepping down from its role as a lead sponsor.
I would say the festival is doomed. I'm surprised it hasn't been canceled yet.
Creating a domino effect that could have far-reaching financial consequences for Wireless Festival, which is typically held in Finsbury Park and attracts tens of thousands of music fans each year, making it one of the UK's most influential hip-hop and rap events. But the controversy didn't remain limited to corporate boardrooms, as political leaders also stepped into the conversation, most notably Keir Starmer, who openly criticized the booking, calling it deeply concerning and emphasizing that anti-Semitism must be confronted firmly wherever it appears.
Music is rarely far from politics. The government could decide that Kanye isn't welcome here in the UK and refuse him a visa on the grounds that his presence would not be conducive,
reinforcing the idea that this situation is no longer just about entertainment, but about broader societal values and responsibilities, especially when platforms as large as Wireless Festival have the power to shape cultural narratives. Meanwhile, Ye himself has remained publicly silent on the controversy, a move that has only fueled speculation about whether he plans to address the backlash or simply let his work speak for itself. And interestingly, despite the mounting criticism, his career shows signs of resilience, if not full recovery, as he recently sold out 2 major shows in Los Angeles following the release of his latest album, Bully, which debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts, proving that while his public image may be polarizing, his ability to draw crowds and generate attention remains undeniably strong. This contradiction raises a deeper and more complex question that extends far beyond one artist or one festival. Are we witnessing the limits of cancel culture, or is this a clear example of how influence, fame, and loyal fan bases can still outweigh controversy, at least in certain spaces, and perhaps more importantly, What does this mean for brands, sponsors, and event organizers who must now navigate an increasingly complicated landscape where every decision is scrutinized, every partnership is questioned, and every misstep can lead to significant financial and reputational consequences? For Wireless Festival, the stakes couldn't be higher, because this isn't just about selling tickets anymore, it's about maintaining credibility, securing partnerships, and balancing artistic freedom with social responsibility in a world that demands both. And as the countdown to July continues, the pressure is mounting on organizers to either stand by their decision or reconsider in the face of growing backlash. Because one thing is clear, this story is no longer just about a music performance, it's about power, perception, and the real cost of controversy in today's influencer-driven culture, where one name on a lineup can spark global debate, trigger corporate exits, and redefine the rules of the entertainment industry as we know it. And if you want to stay ahead of every twist, every fallout, and every behind-the-scenes revelation shaping the world of fame and influence, make sure you stay locked in right here with Influencer Nation.